Are you a Loot Crate subscriber? Or maybe you were a subscriber back in the day. Did you ever look at one of those little trinkets, those figures, those t-shirts, and wonder, is this actually exclusive? That's the question we're tackling today. Because let's be real, the idea of getting something truly exclusive, something you can't get anywhere else, is a huge part of the appeal of subscription boxes like Loot Crate. It's the feeling of being part of a special club, of owning a piece of pop culture history that's just a little bit rarer. But the reality can sometimes be a little murkier. So, let's dive deep and explore the world of Loot Crate exclusives. First, let's establish what we mean by exclusive. In the context of Loot Crate, it generally refers to items that are specifically manufactured for inclusion in their boxes and are not intended for general retail sale. This could include things like licensed apparel, t-shirts, hats, socks, etc., featuring characters or logos from popular franchises. Vinyl figures and collectibles, small statues, figurines, or other collectible items, often in unique poses or color variations. Home goods and accessories, items like mugs, keychains, patches, and other smaller items. Comics and books, special variant covers or exclusive printings of comics and books. The key here is that these items are designed specifically for Loot Crate subscribers. They're not supposed to be found on store shelves or readily available online. Now, here's where things get interesting. The word exclusive can be interpreted in different ways. And this is where the confusion often arises. Loot Crate has used different types of exclusivity over the years. Let's break down a few common scenarios. Truly exclusive. This is the ideal scenario. The item is manufactured solely for Loot Crate and is never sold anywhere else in any form. This is the gold standard of exclusivity. Limited run/variant. Sometimes, an item might be produced in a limited quantity, with a portion allocated to Loot Crate and a smaller portion potentially sold through other channels, often at conventions or special events. This is still relatively exclusive, but not entirely. Another example is a variant cover for a comic book, where the standard cover is available in stores, but the variant is exclusive to Loot Crate. Early access/pre-release. In some cases, Loot Crate might feature an item before it's officially released to the general public. This gives subscribers a chance to get their hands on it first, but it doesn't mean it's exclusive forever. It's more of a timed exclusive. Re-releases/resales. This is perhaps the most controversial area. Sometimes, items that were initially presented as exclusive might later appear on third-party marketplaces or even be re-released in slightly modified forms. This can understandably frustrate subscribers who felt they were getting something truly unique. So, why does this happen? Why isn't everything truly exclusive? There are a few factors at play. Minimum order quantities. Manufacturers often have minimum order quantities, MOQs. This means that Loot Crate needs to order a certain number of units to make production viable. If they overestimate demand or have leftover stock, they might explore other avenues to sell those units. Licensing agreements. Licensing agreements with various brands and franchises can be complex. Sometimes, the terms of the agreement might allow for limited re-releases or distribution through other channels. Financial considerations. Let's be honest. Running a subscription box service is a business. Sometimes, tough decisions need to be made to ensure profitability, and that might involve selling off excess inventory. Now, let's talk about the internet and the rise of online marketplaces. This has significantly impacted the perception of exclusivity. Even if an item was originally intended to be exclusive to Loot Crate, it's almost guaranteed to pop up on eBay, Mercury, or other resale platforms. This makes it seem less exclusive, even if it technically was at one point. This also leads to price fluctuations. Initially exclusive items can command high prices on the secondary market, but as more units become available or time passes, those prices tend to drop. This can also contribute to the feeling that the items weren't truly exclusive in the first place. Another point to consider is the evolution of Loot Crate itself. Over the years, the company has gone through various changes, including acquisitions and restructuring. These changes have inevitably impacted their business practices, including how they handle exclusivity. So, what's the takeaway here? Are Loot Crate items really exclusive? The answer is, it's complicated. Some items are genuinely exclusive and never see the light of day outside of the crates. Others are exclusive in a more limited sense, perhaps as a variant or an early release. And some items, while initially presented as exclusive, might eventually find their way into other markets. It's important to manage your expectations. While the promise of exclusivity is definitely a draw, it's not always a guarantee. The best approach is to appreciate the items for what they are, cool collectibles and merchandise from the franchises you love. Don't get too hung up on the label of exclusive. Instead, focus on the overall value you're getting from the subscription, the curated experience, and the fun of discovering new items. Ultimately, the true value of a Loot Crate isn't solely determined by the exclusivity of its contents. It's about the experience, the community, and the shared passion for geek and pop culture. With that said, thanks for watching, and until next time.